A lot of fashion designers struggle with creativity. You see beautiful designs online, and instead of being inspired, you feel so overwhelmed. And you start to think, hey, I can never come up with things like this. Especially in this age of Instagram and everything, all those big fashion designers up there that are creating amazing pieces. And you think, like, hey, God, okay, well, when you will I ever produce something beautiful like this? Or some of you will even see designs, you even see styles that seem complicated and you feel overwhelmed. You'll be like, wow, there are levels in fashion designing. Fine, there are levels in fashion designing. I will not dispute that. But the thing is that you can always get there by just leveraging on your creativity and by believing in yourself and by owning your skills. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you three practical ways you can start building your creative confidence as a designer. So let's get along. Firstly, you have to get inspired the smart way. If you're a fashion designer and you do not have this beautiful app, Pinterest, Pinterest. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. If you don't have this app, you need to go and download it on your app store on your mobile phone. This application is one of the good applications that you can get inspirations from, and it's one of my number one tool for staying creative. Okay, I go there often to search for different style of designs. In fact, even if you're not a fashion designer, you are into other spheres of creations, you can always use these apps. I go there often to search for silhouettes, for sleeves, for necklines, for everything. But listen, I don't copy and paste. You can get inspirations from Pinterest. I remember one of my friends used to make jest of me that, Rukevwe, why are you always watching Pinterest videos and pictures as if you're watching a seasonal movie? The thing is that anytime I see some designs that really inspire me, that motivates me, I watch them over and over again. And the reason why I do this is that most times I always try to visualize where I can put in my own twist. For instance, if the gown is a fitted gown, I can visualize, oh, why, what if I make this into a skater dress, or if I make it into an A-line shape, or if I make it into a jumpsuit, a wrap dress, and all that. So learn to start watching images, pictures, videos as if you're watching seasonal movies. Okay. All right. So learn to watch videos like pictures like that. Everything you listen to. And what I do that I get inspired, that makes me get inspired, is that I had my own twist. I might take the sleeve from one outfit, then the neckline from another outfit, and then I adjust the length. In fact, you might even see dresses that, for instance, I really don't wear dresses that do not have sleeves. I wear modest and classic dresses. So when I see dresses that are not really modest, that are not really in line with my personality, and I love the styles, what I do is just to add what will make it fit for my personality. I could see a dress that is sleeveless, then I make a sleeve. Then I add the sleeve to it. I could see a design that has a very wide neckline that might be too wide for me. I could just add one or few things to the neckline and make it wearable. All right, so you can always create your own inspiration, your own designs from a lot of designs. All right, so another thing to remember is that copying is easy. It's very easy to copy. A lot of people do copy and paste. All right, but creating is where the magic is. Make sure that you always put, it could be as little as adding buttons. It could be as little as adding a rose flounce. It could be as little as adding maybe a colored zip. Okay, so just be creative. When you see a style, don't overthink it. You can combine like 4 or 5 different styles together to create just a single piece. Now the second point is that you have to start remixing styles like a pro. This point is almost similar to the first point. I do a lot of mixing different elements from different designs. For example, just like I said, I could make the sleeve of this particular design bolder. I could mix it up with Ankara and pattern. Maybe the dress is actually a pattern. The inspiration is actually a straight dress with no patterns. I could just mix one area with a pattern just to change the look a bit. Okay, I could make it into a wrap skirt, into a wrap gown. I could just create something. And one other thing I realize is that some people are scared to bring out their creativity. Let me use this as an example. There's one of my designs I created recently. I'm going to be displaying the picture on the screen right away. So I created this design. Actually, the reason for creating this design is that I wanted something contrasting. I wanted to create a design for a woman who is bold and who is not scared to break the norm. All right. So I just decided to add this black chantilly net to the sleeve. And immediately I uploaded this design. One of the few comments I received was like, wow, this dress looks good, but it looks kind of creepy. I was a bit odd. I was a bit odd that somebody could see my dress as creepy, but I was happy at the same time because it didn't look like the normal ceremonial corporate dresses, right? It was for somebody to see it in a different light. It meant that I really created something unique. So, and got so good after a while, I started receiving orders from people and who said that they really wanted that because it's so different. I don't know how you wear this dress, and people will not look at you twice because it's unique, it's classy, it makes you look just different. It changes your personality and gives you this elegant look because the sleeve is different. This is how creativity is. And if you look at this design, you can see that this design is not really special as it were. The sleeve is just the regular sleeves that you see around. The neckline is a regular neckline. But the fact that I brought in those two elements, I brought in the chantilly sleeve, and then I joined it together with a normal sleeve. Do you understand? That sleeve net, that net sleeve is something that you find on wedding gowns, evening dresses, glaze and glam dresses. So I brought it into a corporate way and then it changed the look. So that is how you can create design. You can mix designs, things that you feel, at times it might even look like it won't be acceptable, all right, but just create it and you see people look at it in a different light. And you can actually do this without sketching. You can do this without sketching. Even without sketching, just visualize combinations. It will help create a fresh ideas that you like. It's a creative exercise. Okay, remixing styles is a creative exercise and it becomes a second nature over time as you keep doing this. You don't need to know how to sketch before you do all this. And this brings me to my third point. Okay, trust your eyes, trust your mind, and trust your hands. You don't need to sketch to be creative. All you need is just a fancy illustration skills. All right, what you need is just to train your eyes, believe in your own process, and stop doubting yourself. When you see complex styles, some of you, when you see complex styles, in fact, you always go overboard. You be like, wow, how did they do this? Fine, some dresses are complex, but the thing is that the base of all these dresses are still the same. And some of these dresses, by the time you look at them, they were draped on the model. So just need to analyze. If you see a complex design, just sit down and visualize. How do I think this style can be made? By the time you start thinking that way, your brain will now start to analyze it. Oh, I think it can be made this way. By the time you do slash and spread method, for example, you can bring out this thing in that way. But some of you will not just do that. You will just go overboard and be like, wow, I can do this, blah 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 blah. No, you can do it as long as you can harness your mind. Okay. The only thing that I might want you to work on is if you don't know how to mix colors. You don't know how to mix colors, that could be a challenge. That is why this Pinterest that I mentioned earlier is very, very important. Okay, it's very, very important. Every style can be broken down and recreated. So start from what you can do and keep building from there. Train your eyes, believe in your own process, and stop doubting yourself when you see complex designs. And if you want to go deeper and start creating your own designs without needing to sketch, I've created a very special class just for you. It is called the Style Remix. In this class, I'm going to show you how you can create your own designs even without sketching. I'm also going to show you how to mix different types of colors. I know that so many people do not know how to mix colors together. I'm going to be showing you how you can mix colors together. And I will share my own exact process, how I stay inspired, how I remix different ideas and turn concepts into signature designs that feels like me. By the way, Pinterest is not the only app that you can get inspiration from. It's just that it is very popular and it has a lot of features that I love so much. I'm going to be sharing with you other applications that are equally good and nice that you can use. In this course, you're going to learn how to use Pinterest like a real design tool, how to remix inspiration, how to create your own design, and how to visualize styles clearly without drawing. Honestly, this class is something you will not want to miss, especially, and you don't need to know how to sketch. I'm going to be showing you how to create your own designs naturally and how to build creative confidence in a natural way. So you will get my bonus Pinterest board, and I'm going to teach you how to use Pinterest, okay? I'll teach you how you can use Pinterest, how you can use it to even organize your designs. So whether you're a beginner or you've been sewing for years, this class will help you see yourself as a designer and not just a tailor. So for now, this class is going for 7,500 naira while the launch offer is still on. Okay, the link will be in the description and in the pinned comments below. After the launch, the class will be back to 10,000 naira. You're going to have a forever access to this course. Okay, do well and check the description and then pin comment for the link. So remember that your creativity is valid. All right, you can do it. You don't need to be like anybody else. You don't need to compare yourself to any designer. You can get inspiration from other people's work. Like I said, you can, even all these top designers got inspiration from other people's work. They got inspirations from this. Okay, but make sure that don't just copy and paste exactly. Copy. Even if you are into ready to wear, you can do this. As a ready to wear vendor, you can always put a twist to all the common designs that you see. If you start doing this, you will see that even some people, when they have that similar designs like yours, but they want to purchase yours just because there is something so different. It could be as tiny as adding a button. It could be as tiny as adding just a zip. Okay, so this is very, very simple to do, and I want you to start designing from your heart. Remix what you see and trust your process, and I believe in you, and I can't wait to start seeing what you create. So thank you so much for watching till and listening till the end. I still remain Rukevwe. Okay, drop your thoughts in the comment section. Please do subscribe to this channel if you've not done so, and God bless you. Please like and share, and do turn on your notification bell. And most importantly, anything you learn on this channel, please always put them to practice, as practice makes perfect. See you again in the next video. Bye.